What's up, peeps? It's your boy, BNP Sports, a.k.a. Big from the Biggest Sim, a.k.a. your mother's favorite rapper, and I'm back. Man, this is tougher than I thought, man. Making videos, not only do I gotta work, wake up in the morning, come home, take a shower, do my due diligence being a dad, and then I gotta get on here and make videos for y'all. I gotta stop, start, restart, edit the video. Then I gotta go make a thumbnail so y'all can watch my hard-earned work. On top of that, I only got 12 subscribers. Man, this is difficult. Shout out to all the personalities out there that are all the YouTubers out there that are making moves. This is tough. This is like a 40-hour job, man, making videos. Hey, yo, I still rocking my smoking on Bud. I don't care. Hey, even if he lost, I'm still a Spence fan. Fuck what y'all thought. Anyway, I want to chop it up really quick. I got a couple of the subjects that I want to touch on. Maybe spend 5 minutes on each subject. The first subject I want to spend on, because I know what the thumbnail says, UFC, MMA, better than boxing. Hey, yo! But yo, really quick, before I touch on that subject, did y'all see the Floyd Mayweather on Fight Hype interview?
In his corner, I don't think he should be fighting at 147 at all. I don't even think he should be fighting at 154.
Really?
I think he should be fighting at 160 or 168.
Wow.
That's just my honest opinion.
He's basically saying he would have pulled a duckaroni on Crawford. Crawford just had an interview less than a week ago saying they asked him if he wants to fight Canelo. And Crawford said that the max he'd go up to was 154 because after that the boys get big. Floyd Mayweather just said that he'd have Spence fighting at 160, not 147, not 154. He's calculated on everything that he says. Floyd Mayweather is not a dumb individual. You gotta read between the lines. He's saying whoever's running Errol Spence's career is effing up. And they should have never took this fight. This is the reason why he himself was never undisputed at 147. Because it's a hard thing to do. Granted, Crawford just did it. But he just beat the man that beat the man. You know what I'm saying? He beat one guy for 3 belts. It was expected of Spence to go and beat 4 guys in that division. Already, it was already different. It's been different. He was in the amateurs at 150 pounds. So he's been struggling to make weight, and I'm not trying to get into excuses, but he's been struggling to make weight, struggling to make 147 damn near his whole career. So Spence fought his whole career at 147. That's a difficult task we're asking of this man. Crawford's coming up from 130, and it's difficult for him to make 147 because he said it himself. It's not easy for me to make 147. Crawford's walking around at 150. This is the reason why he's going up to 154. So we're asking a man that's been at 150, around the 150-ish, 147 weight class since the amateurs. His whole boxing career has been at welterweight. That's a difficult task. So Floyd Mayweather said basically, hey, if I was managing and if I had something to do with his career, I'd be fighting at 160. 2 weight classes up. That's big right there. And like I said, he wasn't really trying to offend anybody. He was trying to be very political because PBC is currently doing business. And he don't want to offend either fighter because they're both currently PBC. And Crawford's PBC. He's the undisputed 147 PBC fighter now. So yeah, that's what I got from that interview. And nobody's talking about. No, listen, read between the lines. Mayweather saying that he would have never even got in the ring with Crawford. He would have just left that shit alone. He would have just vacated the belts like he did. He had 3 of the 4 belts when he was a welterweight, vacated them and went up. Actually, I think he vacated them and just retired. basically saying Spence should have did the same thing, because at this point, having you're in the game for money, and having the belts don't mean nothing. Look what Tank is doing. Look what Garcia is doing. And Spence is one of those. Spence could be the next prize fighter. He has a big social media following. He don't need any of the belts. Nowadays, boxing, you don't need any of the belts to be making getting that bag. We got two fighters. We got two fighters in Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia who made more money in gate and in pay-per-view than the biggest undisputed fight in the last 20 to 30 years for the belts. So that's a proven fact right there that you don't need belts to get the bag. So Mayweather, thinking like a prize fighter that he is, he's like, I would have vacated the belts, would have went up to 160 to fight Canelo. Plus, you can go fight a washed-up Canelo and be undisputed up there anyway and fight one guy instead of having to kill yourself. Instead of having to kill yourself to make weight, to fight, to make undisputed in a division that you're probably not even gonna defend the belts. You're gonna get the belts and then you're gonna move right up. So what is the point of even taking that L? You already can't make weight. It's already difficult, and it's been difficult. So what's the point of you even becoming undisputed at a weight class that you're not even going to be in for too long? Why not move up to 160, challenge Canelo up there, and then you're more comfortable, you're at your max, and this is the weight class that you're going to be in moving forward. So you got to break down what Mayweather's saying. That was beautiful. No, ain't nobody talking about this, and it makes perfect sense. Why? Like, what would be his next move if he did get the undisputed at 147? Because he can't make weight. He wasn't about to fight any of the fighters there. He was going to be undisputed and move up. So why take that risk in fighting one of the best fighters in Crawford for no reason? When you could have still fought him. If that was the case, you could have still fought him at 154, where you feel like you would have been more comfortable anyway. Think about it, on this whole MMA and boxing thing that they got going on. First and foremost, big ups to both sports. I respect UFC, MMA, and I love boxing. As a fan and a fanatic of boxing, I would wish that we sat there and looked at UFC and incorporated some of the things that they got going on over there. Because I ain't never been a hater. I'm always that person that if I see something that I like, I'm not going to hate on that person. I'm going to watch and I'm going to see how can I incorporate it in my everyday living. For example, what I love about UFC that's not incorporated in boxing is that whole, there's no 8 belts. There isn't 4 sanctioning bodies, and there isn't 50,000 promoters. There's one person running the show, and there's one belt for division. That would take out so many politics in boxing. That would be amazing. Also, in UFC, a loss doesn't mean as much as it does in boxing. In UFC, you see guys losing every other day. And it don't matter over there, because the best are always going to continue to fight the best over there. So that's what I really admire and appreciate about UFC. That's why, like I said, I respect both sports. But don't sit here and tell me that UFC, yes, UFC is like that little, UFC is like, it's like Rare Breed Entertainment, and boxing is URL. Rare Breed is coming up. They coming up. But they always gonna be that little bro. Yeah, right now UFC's popping, Rare Breed is popping. You know what I mean? I'm mixing boxing and battle rap because those are my two loves. Rare Breed is popping, got all the nice battles coming out, got everything. But URL's always gonna be top dog. Even if this year, next year, and the year after they're falling off, you know what I mean? They're having disputes with their battle rappers. You know what I mean? Battle rappers are going over there, battle rappers. They got the blueprint to be number one, and they're gonna stay at the top forever. No matter what UFC and MMA does, they're always gonna be the little bro. even though they got things that as a fan of boxing, I would wish they would incorporate. But yeah, man, both sports are amazing, but don't sit here and tell me that UFC and MMA is a bigger sport. And on top of that, we got all the new champs. We're the ones putting all the butts in the seats. So what he said about, we need UFC to sell tickets, that's not true. Jake Paul needs another UFC fighter to fight because he knows he can't fuck with no real boxers. You see what Tommy Fury just did to him. Okay, so if Jake Paul needs a bunch of known combat fighters from UFC to get his name up, that's one thing. But don't sit here and tell me that boxing as a whole needs UFC fighters to sell tickets. That's the reason why y'all coming over here to this sport to eat. Okay? Let's not forget that Conor McGregor's biggest payday was with boxing. Let's not forget that Francis Ngannou's biggest payday was with boxing. Let's not forget that Nate Diaz's biggest payday was with boxing. Making us top dog, okay? They know where the bag is at. All right? I give all respects to UFC and MMA and all you guys and and this is what I compare UFC and boxing. I compare it to this is another comparison I got. You got two technicians and they both going to the same service call. One of them has one tool that they're going to have. The other one has a whole bag of tools. Which one of those technicians is better? The one that can get the same outcome with one tool or the one that needs a whole tool bag? Because that's how I look at it. I'm going for the dude that can do it with one tool. Obviously, he's better. He don't need all the grits and fast. He don't need to be choking niggas out, doing this, doing that, hiding behind this, like taking it to the ground when your stand-up is not good enough. You want to take somebody to the... No. In boxing, you can get hurt in boxing. You can't just come up off the streets and become a heavyweight champ like in UFC. There's many UFC champions that they just found in the corner beating up 600-pound crackheads, and now they're on the UFC on the main stage on pay-per-view. You can't do that in boxing. In boxing, there's ranks. You got to move through the ranks to even try to get to the top. And there's 8 belts per division. You would think it'd be easier to become relevant in boxing than it is in UFC. That's not the case. Now, I'm trying to make this argument without disrespecting either sport because, like I said, I'm a fan of both, but I'm a boxing fanatic. I don't really watch UFC. It just doesn't do nothing for me. I love boxing, the sweet science, using your hands, using defense, footwork, keeping your distance, 12 rounds. You know what I mean? That's my shit. I just don't, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me when two guys are fighting and as soon as they get tired, they take it to the ground and start choking out. That's some shit I would do. Yeah, man. Hey, it's your boy, BMP Sports. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all really quick and talk about something that nobody's talking about. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find my own lane in this thing, and it's just difficult. I gotta work. I gotta come home. I gotta fucking get sexy for you guys. Then I gotta get in here without trying to get disturbed by my kids. My dogs is coming in every 5 minutes. This is a 40-hour job, cuz. Hey, yo. But yeah, bro. Hey, listen, I got more topics coming out. Oh, shit, before I go, Murder Mook and Briz Rothstein, let's change it up real quick. Let's change it up. Let's talk about battle rap. Like I said, this channel, we're going to be chopping it up about everything. I talk boxing, I talk HVAC, and I talk battle rap. Briz Rothstein, Murder Mook. Hey, I was winding down the other day. I was laying down, winding down, you know what I mean? I'm on my phone, laying back, chilling. And I come across a live with Murder Mook. I don't know why the hell he's whispering to another man, but he said, I got Briz Rothstein next. Like, nigga, there's no other way that you could have made that announcement besides whispering. That was kind of, that was kind of, plausible. But, hey, We don't know what league. We don't know when it's gonna. It's gonna happen this year, and I'm almost positive it's either gonna be on 2 leagues, Rare Breed or Chrome, because Chrome got a card coming out saying Remy Ma and Chrome got a card coming out. I do what I want, but you know, ARP likes to do 2-3 fight deals with his battle rappers. And Mook was just on a card in the blue room with Big K. So this could be the other battle. So it's gonna happen on one of those 2. It's either gonna happen on Rare Breed or it's gonna happen on Remy Ma's Chrome League. I don't care where it happens. It can happen on the alley in Greenfield for all I care. I just want to see this battle. Who do I got? Oh shit. Hey, if I had money, I go with the GOAT. You know what I mean? I go with the Jerry West of battle rap. But, you know, Briz Rothstein got, and Murder Mook, he does good. Because you see what he did to Tay-Rock. You see what he did to one of your members. He killed Tay-Rock. At first I thought Tay-Rock was, and Murder Mook, he's like fine wine. Like at first, thought Tay-Rock had him. But after watching Murder Mook after a couple times, it's like, hey, then you start breaking down what he's saying. You know, you don't catch everything Murder Mook says on the first go-around. So, and like I was saying, he does good when there's a lot of angles, when there's a lot of shit to touch on with you. You see what he did to Geechee. You see what he did to Rock. You see what he did to Big K. You see what he did. Some people have him losing to Big K. Some people have him losing to Verb. But he definitely beat Geechee, and he definitely beat Rock. So, and the 2 things about those 2 battle rappers is there's a lot of shit you can rap about when it comes to Geechee. There's a lot of shit when it comes to Tay-Rock. So Murder Mook is at his best when he has shit to talk about. And there's nobody more than Briz Rothstein. There's so many angles. I mean, the last time he was on battling was against Mook in the 2-on-2 when that whole shit went down. And then he left for 4 years. He's been saying he's going to come back, but he doesn't. Now, supposedly, Oh, and that's another thing. This is not the first time I've heard, and I should have knew, this is not the first time I've heard Murder Mook say something about Briz Rothstein, because like a week ago, he said, he dropped a post on his Instagram saying, I would love to talk to Briz Rothstein, because he put something about him going Muslim. He had a picture of Briz with a little bow tie and shit, so I should have knew then something was happening. But then again, he'd been taking shots for years. So, hey, I can't wait till this battle goes down. Murder Mook, Briz Rothstein. Also, I can't wait to see what happens with Spence. Also, we got Canelo versus Charlo, and Charlo looking healthy too. Hey, yo, Charlo looking cut. Oh shit. Who do I got in that fight? That's for another video, another day. Another thing. There's a bunch of topics that we can talk about. I'm not gonna chop them up. I'm gonna try to make this video. I'm trying to keep it. But there's so many things to talk about. Also, did Joshua duck Ruiz for the 3rd fight? The first time he beat him, the second time he came back and got his belts. We need a 3rd fight between Joshua and Ruiz. Hey, yo. But Joshua don't want no jet. And Ruiz looking cut. He looking, he looking shredded now. He looking like a skinny fat dude. He don't want no jazz with Wilder. So Ruiz is he's like in quicksand now, trying to figure out who else to fight besides Wilder, because he don't want no jazz with Wilder. But hey, that's like I said, that's a Charlo and Canelo. We're gonna talk about that. Ruiz and Joshua 3. We're gonna talk about that. Fury, Ngannou, we gonna talk about that. You can't tell me boxing ain't popping, man. Haney, Regis Progress. Hey, yo, there's so much shit going down in boxing, and y'all gonna try to compare UFC. UFC has not been popping since McGregor left. Or is it just me? Y'all have one star. We got multiple stars in boxing. We got Tank Davis' next fight. You can't tell me that's not going to be popping. Ryan Garcia may fight Rolly? The fights of who the bigger bum? Oh, shit. Hey, yo, it's your boy, BNP Sports, a.k.a. Big from the Big and Slim, rocking the smoking on Bud.